Die visual goods. Die visual goods.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We back with another episode of Goat Talk. Today we have a very special guest. I ain't even gonna introduce her. I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. My name is MzCarda, and everyone knows me by MzCarda, but my artist name is MzCarda, and you can follow me by that name on all platforms as well.
Okay, cool. So, we're gonna jump straight into it. We want to let the people know who you is. We want to let them know where you from. We want to let them know all about your music journey.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of stuff going on right now, so I know they're interested in hearing it. You know, they've been seeing you do your work, and they've been seeing you move around. So let's start off with this. So, what was your earliest memory of music?
My earliest memory of music, I would say, would be when I was a little kid. I say about 6, 7 years old, and started off in church. You know, started off hearing people sing, and I knew then, like I like the way certain music sound. I like the way the drums sound and the guitar, and then then it went to the singing from the altos, sopranos, the the tenors, and then eventually I got to where I started listening to like soul and R&B and hip hop and stuff. Like when my parents and my auntie and them would have like to get-togethers and cookouts and stuff.
Okay.
And like every time I heard some music, it was like, oh, I like that.
Okay.
I feel that.
Okay. That's cool. I mean, that's usually how a lot of people start. You know, they just be around it so much, and then they just start like, dang, this something I really like.
Right.
And then they kind of just lead on to it. So what really? So I know that was kind of like where you had your first spark or whatever, but what really got you to say, you know what, I'm finna get into this and music, and I'm finna do it like full on, like full force?
So I was honestly thinking, I'm gonna be honest, like I honestly was thinking about what is something I can do next. Because like I already have like a busy lifestyle, to be honest. Yeah. So I had said, what is something that I can do for me and also make a career out of?
Right.
So I was like, you know what? All these years I did, singing. I can sing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know I can sing, but I can sing, and I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna step out there and see, what my voice can do or what my singing can do. And so far, it's been pretty good for me.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Like, who would you say are some of your biggest influences when it comes to the music? Like whether it be like celebrities, whether it be somebody that you know that's in your family or local or whatever the case may be. Like who are some of the people that influence you the most to say, you know what, let me go ahead and do this. I can really do this. I can go somewhere with this. Like who really influenced
you? It was actually a lot of people, from celebrities to personal people that I know. It started off, I will say, watching my uncle, my cousins, and my father, and also my mom, sing at church. When it comes to like R&B and soul, I listen to like a number of people. I'm still like I'm a '90s baby, so things, people like Whitney Houston, even though she was still earlier, but like Whitney Houston, Mary J. Blige, Usher, Chris Brown. We basically like the same age, all that group. A little bit of James Brown, stuff like that. Yeah. Prince,
Yeah, I mean those definitely. I mean they kind of paved the way for artists they want to sing nowadays. They kind of like set down the stone for everybody. So those are definitely some of the best ones to be influenced by, because it make you want to take your stuff to another level. Like it make you challenge yourself and things like that.
Right.
So whenever you coming up with your music, are there any particular themes or messages that you try to put out there in the world with your music?
Not in particular, but I will say that when I noticed about what I do, honestly, is I observe people. I observe the world, and and everything. And I pay attention to what people are more influenced by and what they can really like relate to more.
Okay.
And that's what I try to put into my music.
Okay. Okay. So, so how many songs you have released now?
As of right now, I have just 3 songs released.
Okay.
I have my first single was "Silly Me," which is a very touching, emotional song. It's more of a soul song. It's about a female, or it can be a male as well, but it's about someone being with someone and not being able to let them go, going through so much with them. A lot of people can relate to that. Then I have Ooh La La. Now that one is more R-rated or more sexy. That's what a grown and sexy. And I just recently have had one released called Still. Now that one so far is my favorite one. And the reason why it's my favorite one is because it's about a woman that gives a man a hard time and he's trying to love her. And sometimes we just give y'all the hardest time. So you hear a lot of songs about how men do women certain kind of ways and stuff like that, but you don't really hear about women saying, "Hey, I be messing up, but you still love me."
Right.
So like that's my favorite one. And that one, I'm sorry.
No, you good. Go ahead.
But that one actually, right now, if anyone wants to listen to that one, there's a link on my social media on Facebook where you could link and listen to it on the radio station.
Okay.
It's called Nationwide Sounds, and it plays on there if anyone wants to listen to it. But
so that's your favorite one. Which one do you feel like is getting the most attention from your fans?
Ooh La La is right now.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the one that's more sexy and stuff like that, which honestly would be the one that would sell the most because people like to feel sexy.
Yeah. Not only that, the industry is kind of pushed more towards that direction anyway. So it's like it's gravitating more to people's ears because that's what they're used to hearing.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case may be. So what do you feel? What do you feel is the hardest thing about being an artist?
Honestly, and I have to laugh. Honestly, for me, is opening up more because it depends on where I am and who it is that I'm talking to. I do not open up that much, and when being an artist, you have to open up. You feel like there's just no other choice because you have certain people that you meet, that you come in contact with, and it's like, okay, you gonna have to say something. You're gonna have to do something. Like you basically have to, sell yourself, sell your work.
Yeah.
And like that's the one thing that's like the hardest for me. That's good about it.
So being, having to be more of an extrovert versus introvert. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. I mean that's understandable because you definitely like, especially want to be an artist. Like you got to get out here, you got to do interviews, you got to do the videos,
right.
You got to do different performances and things like that. So you definitely got to get out to the crowd and network with other artists as well. So that way you can get your name out there more because this person might have a little bit bigger fan base than you. So if you get on a song with them, now they fans exposed to your music.
That's right.
So on and so forth. It's a process.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like has been the best thing about being for you?
The best thing, I have fun. Like I really have fun doing this. That's really the best thing, and having people listen to my music, having people listen to like what I make and what the extra, the critics or the I like this, and like that's what I like the most.
So hearing the feedback and everybody, you don't put that hard work and time into creating something, and
right?
You hear the people feedback and their reaction to what they think.
Yeah, and I take it all in, the good and the bad.
Yeah. I mean, as you should, because how can you get better without critics?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with movies. Like movies, you might see the first for like we just gonna throw out a random movie. So like Rush Hour, right?
Right.
Some people might not like Rush Hour, but then people learn, or they learn from when they got the critics' feedback from Rush Hour. So they did Rush Hour 2. They're trying to make it better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's part of it. Like with everything, you want to have critics. You want to be able to know where you can get better at and stuff like that, and what the people like. So, so as far as the music, like, what do you see yourself in the next 5 years, maybe 10, maybe even 20 years? Like, what do you see yourself the next couple of years in the music?
I try not to go so far into the future, but I will say that my goal is to get my music and everything out there, my sound and my music out there. My goal is to also get a lot of people with me, small businesses and small other like small like studios, other places that I come in contact with, and I know that we all trying to make it and stuff out here. That's one of my biggest goals, honestly. I want to I don't want it to be just something that's just for me. I want other people to go with me.
Yeah, you're trying to. I mean, and that's part of it because no artist can make it by themselves.
Right.
Everybody has to have a team.
Right. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's the whole thing. You have a team. Okay, if I go, my team going with me because they're the people that support me. They're the ones who help me put me in positions to make sure I can succeed. Because one thing I learned, and I ain't trying to make this interview about me, but one thing I learned as far as an artist is like, okay, if you're trying to make the music, you know what I'm saying, get the music out there, promote it, put run the ads or whatever way you use to promote it, put the music out there and all that type of stuff. You're trying to do all that on top of making sure that your music is registered and all that type of stuff. It's a lot of work.
That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It is.
And then not only that, like it all depends on what else you're doing too. So like maybe like, okay, if you're trying to save money, like I might get somebody to shoot my video, then I might edit it so I can save money. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much going on and it's so much, you try to do so much, it's like it's hard to really keep up. You know what I mean? So it's good to have that team of people around you that can like, okay,
do this and
I know this person gonna do this. I ain't gotta worry about it. I ain't gotta question if they did it. I know they gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So it's definitely good to have that, and those are the people you definitely want to take with you because they got your backs. You know what I'm saying? So what do you feel like is your goal for your music career right now?
Just getting my music out. Letting people get to know me as an artist, as a singer, because a lot of people didn't know that I could sing. A lot of people, like, nonetheless, didn't even know I really talked for it, because I really didn't. But just letting people get to know me as MzCarda,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you had to give any advice to any artist coming up, like what advice would you give them? Like any artists people that haven't even started yet, they want to get into start doing it full time, like start doing it, as a career. Like what advice would you give them?
I'll give them, I know for me, I always waited on that perfect time to start. Like personally, like to just go back, I would reach out to you and I would be like, I'm thinking about, I want to sing and this and that. You like, just let me know. And all I had to do was just let you know. Yeah. But I kept on holding back and I kept on like, okay, well, I don't know what I'm going to do at this time or how I'm going to do it and this and that. So like the number one thing I would say is to just do it. And when you do it, you have to, you must understand that there are going to be people that say, well, what if this may happen? Or what if that may happen? Or this and that. You can't listen to them.
Yeah.
You have to try to see, you have to find out if it's for you or not. That's really just it. You will not know if it's for you or not unless you try it.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of it. I mean, you're going to have people that have the negative thoughts and things like that. But you can't really worry about that. You gotta, if it's something you want to do, you don't want to go through life saying what if.
Right.
You know
what I'm saying? Right.
You want to just go ahead and do it.
And that's like my number one thing. Like I tell myself, if it doesn't, if this doesn't go as far, a lot of people are out to just make it, real huge or real big. For me, it's like if it doesn't make it that far, at least I got to do this.
Yeah.
At least I got to get out and have a little fun and let some people hear my voice.
Yeah. I mean, it's still fun either way. You know what I'm saying? You know, only thing that come with that is just more people knowing you and more money. You know what I'm saying? More
Yeah.
headache too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But so how do you? Okay, so you freshly into it, but I know it's times where you be like, you kind of want to just like leave it alone, like give up or whatever.
Mhm.
Like what keeps you motivated and keeps you going, like to keep putting out the music, like and keep you inspired to write more music?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really at this point. I don't have a time where I want to give up. I have a time. I do have my times where I want to be like, look, can't nobody reach me right now. I'm on vacation. Like that's. I do have my times like that. But with me, see, I started this for myself. I didn't start it for nobody else. I didn't start it for as a not to be selfish or anything, as a parent or and stuff. I didn't start it to be like, okay, this is something I got to do for my children.
Mhm.
This is something that I did for me.
Right.
And a lot of times, like when you put, say, we work and everything, we go and we clock in and everything, and we work hard for those people and everything. But when I decided to work for myself, I put like 1,000% into it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really it. But I mean, I have my times where I just want to be like, I just want to take a break today. I don't want to answer no phone calls. I don't want to, but this is for me. So,
Yeah, I mean, that's all that matters. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can't always do everything for everybody else. You got to do stuff for
Right.
yourself sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
So give the people a little bit of insight on like what you like to do outside of music, like in your free time, like for fun or whatever.
Outside, so I'm laughing because I am constantly busy. I work full time as a CNA. On top of that, I am a mother of 3 boys.
Okay.
So I'm constantly doing something with them. With them being boys, they're always in sports.
Right.
So then I also I go to college right now,
Okay.
and this is my last year. I'm going for health administration. So if anything, if you look on and you see on my social media, I'm somewhere eating. I'm not. I'm laughing, but that's what we do. I take my kids. I'll be like, okay, we done did this. Y'all done did all this week. Y'all done got all this together. All right, where y'all want to go eat it?
Yeah.
Or if y'all don't want to go eat anywhere, let's go. I have boys, and I was raised and stuff in the country. We'll go fishing.
Yeah. I mean, anything fun, right? I mean, anything that that's exciting. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's good. I mean, that's way to celebrate, way to go out there and have that bonding time and things like that. So,
yeah. Really stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So since you've been doing the music, you may not have seen it yet. You may have.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the haters and the trolls come out?
I have, but it haven't been directed. If you get what I'm saying,
I got you.
It's like a small little shade.
Yeah, they're slick comments.
Yeah. So I ignore it.
Yeah, I mean that's the best thing.
Yeah, I ignore it, and also I'm not gonna lie. Like, I ignore the negativity, but I'm gonna be honest. I welcome it because you're a fan to me still.
Oh yeah.
You still watching and everything. So I do need you to. Come on, keep watching. Make sure I'm monetized.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Like I say, shoot. If a hater gonna watch, let them watch it. I'm still make money off of either way.
Right. I get like the little slick comments and stuff like and everything, and I just heart them and be like, okay, I love you too.
So, what do you feel like is something that people will be surprised to know about you? Like, for example, like I had a guy on here, and he did an interview, and he said that people will be surprised that he's, a really good cook, like a chef almost.
Okay.
So, what would be that one thing that people will look at you and they'll be shocked that you know how to do? Like, for example, you used to not fishing, right?
Right.
Like, something to that effect that most women probably wouldn't know how to do. Like,
yeah, most women wouldn't even want to do. Yeah, I know how to fish. I like to fish. I clean the fish and everything.
Oh, you clean them too? Cut the heads off and all that? Hit the scales with it too?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
All of that. Put my boots on and everything. My daddy did that. He taught us all of that. So, but I just I guess right now the thing is that I sing because a lot of people just didn't know that I sing, and anything else or talk as much as I do. I'm a real fun person to be around. Um, people don't know that I talk as much as I do. Like, and I'm a little goofy, play around and stuff like that. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have jokes. You gotta laugh, because if you don't laugh in your life, it's gonna be boring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, that's part of it. Laughter. I always say laughter is the best medicine. You know what I'm saying? So, do you have any upcoming projects, that you're excited about that you want to tell the people about?
I have an upcoming show right now that's gonna last basically all day from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Oh man, yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be in Birmingham.
Okay.
I post about it and everything on my page. It's gonna be hosted by a woman I know. We call her Purple Haze.
Okay.
And it's gonna be gospel and also R&B, and we're gonna have vendors and food and everything like that. I also have a gospel song that I'm working on.
Okay.
I'll be recording that, sometime next week, so that'll be coming out soon.
Okay.
And on top of that, I'm working on an EP right now, so that means more music gonna be coming out, more of y'all getting to know me and everything. I'm still kind of stuck on the name a little bit. I don't know if I want it to be called New Beginnings or Start Over or something like that. And that is only going to be called that because that's just like outside of me just being like a mom and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's what I have right now.
Okay. That's good, though. You got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff coming up, so that way people can have something to look forward to, because you got those 3 singles out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And now you're going to come back with an EP and a gospel song. I mean,
you
got a lot going on. I know recently you've done some shows. You've done a lot of stuff. You've been getting on a lot of radio stations and things like that. So that's definitely good. I mean, can you talk about your process, like when you got on stage, like your first time getting on stage? Like how was it?
Yeah, honestly, with me being a person that doesn't talk that much, and then I'm learning. Okay, so I didn't really think about the process. So like when I was like, okay, I'm gonna start singing, I was like, okay, well, it's the comfort of my home. Or I'm going to the studio. I'm gonna go ahead and sing, and it's gonna go out. But I never thought about I gotta get on the stage. Yeah. I never thought about that, and I'm laughing about it because when I reached out to my manager, Miss CEO from Birmingham, when I reached out to her, and she was like, you're gonna have to perform, right? And I looked at her and I was like, what you mean? She was like, I'm your manager. I'm supposed to, I'm going to get you shows. I'm going to get you booked. And the very first time that I had to get on stage when I was at, wait, hold on. I'm trying to think about it. Sometimes I get a little.
No, you good. I know it's a lot, when you got a lot of motion going on like that, it's easy to get messed up. I'm telling you.
Yeah. The very first time I performed in Montgomery, and I performed. It was actually my single that's out now, Still, and that was before it actually, surfaced and everything. But when I got on the stage, my heart was about to beat out of my chest. It was like, oh Lord, have mercy. It was crazy. But I basically told myself, I was like, you have to do this. You want your music out there. People want to get to know you as an artist. You got this. So, and then after the first one, I got like this rush of like excitement. I was like, I want to do this again. And I want to do this again and again. And, so around the second time, I was a little nervous again, but I wasn't as nervous.
Right. Yeah, because you already did it one time before. So.
Right.
The more you do it, the more you're gonna get more comfortable with it.
Right.
And it won't phase you at all. You know what I'm saying? Then all you'll feel is just that excitement by itself. You won't even feel none of those, butterflies or nervousness or anything like that. Okay. So do you ever deal with writer's block?
As of right now, no, I don't, but I do hear about it. As of right now, I have this I guess you could say gift or instinct, where I can hear a beat or hear a tune or something, and give me like maybe like an hour or so, and I can come up with something.
Okay.
But that's just how I am right now. I'm not gonna say it may be like that in the future, but I just really believe that I have so much in me, or so much that I can tell, so much that I've held in because I didn't really talk and stuff that much. That's probably why I'm able to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's understandable. I mean, plus you got all that years that you was thinking about doing it,
Right.
but you wasn't doing it, but you probably had stuff in your head. So,
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are there any artists that you've like noticed or whatever that you want to collab with? Now, I mean, matter of fact, name 3 artists on the industry level, and then 3 artists that's not industry that you'll be interested in collab.
So I actually have a couple of artists that's not on industry level right now that I do conversate with. That I have said, I want to work with you, and we can collab and make some music and stuff together.
Okay.
One of those is Root Too Brazy. I know her outside of an artist, so like I love her.
Yeah.
So I want to collab with her. I love her music.
Yeah. We're definitely home.
Yeah, she is. She's really good. And I want to collab. Now, before I met him, now I work with him now, but before I met him and everything, I wanted to collab with Willie Reed. He's also, he signed to the same label that I am, but he's also the co-owner of the same label that I am with, and he's a singer and stuff as well.
Okay.
We with Creamy and Tea. And so I want to sing and collab with him. I want to song, with him. Industry level, I love Summer Walker, and I want to eventually, do something with her. If it ever gets, to that and everything.
Don't say that. You talking negative now. Say when it get to that point.
Okay, you're right. When it gets to that
get
point.
Into his issues now.
Yeah, I love her. I love well, I say Cizelle, but it's Scissor. Yeah, my son told me I said wrong. Yeah, I love her as well. I like their style of music.
Okay.
It's not my style, but I love their style of music, and it's just something that I really think about, converting with my style of music. So,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. So far in your music journey, what do you feel like is the best advice anyone has ever given you?
The best advice that I've gotten was just to do it, keep going, and for one, when it came to like stage fright, my manager would always tell me, and her and Willie would always say, you have to understand that you are in front of people. They're not. They're not robots. They're not God. They're not somebody that's going to sit and just be like, okay, no, you did that wrong. Try, So that's the best advice. Yeah, I would say.
So, do you have like any merchandise that the fans can try to buy or anything like that?
As of right now, no, I don't. But there is a website that I laugh right now because that my label has, and the only reason why I laugh is because I actually love their website and stuff so much that it's just like one of those things that you just get happy about. Mm-hmm. So I just laugh about it, but it's not like a laugh at. It's like that's my expression of how much I like it. It comes out.
Gotcha. Okay. So what are the different ways that fans can support your music? Because of course they can stream it on the platform, but are there any other ways they can support your music?
Yeah, of course. For one, you can definitely stream. You can always go to the radio station that I'm on right now. Once again, that's Nationwide Sounds.
We'll drop that link in the description so they can just click on it.
Right. Yeah, it'll be on there. And basically, share the song, get, word of mouth out. Have you heard of this singer? Have you heard this song? Mm-hmm. Basically, that's really it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, So okay, before we get into this last segment,
Mhm.
is there anything that you want to share with the people, whether it be about anything coming up or whether it just be something that you've been wanting to say, like anything that you want to share, or even well, actually, yeah, I'm just going to answer that first, and then I got something else for you.
Okay. I no, I don't. The only thing I will say when it comes down to if I ever if if I ever branch out to anyone else or any other company, any other studio or anything like that, I just hope that there is never a situation where I have some kind of animosity towards me because you have some animosity towards other people. Because it's like it's bad for business.
Oh yeah,
and I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, anyone that would do something like that is definitely not a good look. I mean,
no, it's not good for business at all.
At the end of the day, you're supposed to be doing business with one person, and that's like, for example, that's like me getting mad because you come and shoot a music video with me, but then you go shoot a music video with somebody else.
Right.
That's like me getting mad. Like,
right.
I mean, you shoot a video who you want to shoot with. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no issues. I mean, if you come record with me and then you want to go record with somebody else, okay, it is what it is. I mean, I can't tell you how to spend your money.
Right.
I can't tell you who to fool with and who not to fool with. Like,
that's right.
That ain't my job. My job is just, okay, if you come to me for a service, I make sure I provide that service to the best of my abilities. I mean, that's it.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's how I see it. Because me personally, I can get along with anybody. I don't have, because I overlook a lot of things and stuff like that. Unless it's like really direct and something, I don't have like issues with anybody. So like when other people have like issues and stuff, I just be like, you know what? I don't want to hear it. So I just want to let you know I'm gonna still talk to that person. I'm still hanging, but and that's like even outside of music, me as a person in general.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't like whether even though somebody had another experience with somebody,
right?
They shouldn't try to change what you think about that person,
right?
Because like if I have an issue with somebody else, I mean, it just is what it is. But I ain't gonna make you want to think different about them just because of my situation,
right?
You know what I'm saying? You think what you want to think about them. You know what I mean? Everybody have their own experience with a certain person,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So all they can do is, live it from their side of the story. So we got 2 segments left. They won't take long at all.
Okay.
The first one is I do a little segment. It's kind of like a quick little quiz type of game.
Okay.
And basically I ask the artist some questions, and then within 10 seconds they have to answer.
Okay.
So we're gonna run through 20 seconds. We're gonna try to do it in like a minute or something like that.
Okay.
All right, you gotta say whatever the first thing that comes to your mind, or whatever we're gonna try to do.
All right.
So boom. What's your favorite song?
My favorite song. Right now, I would say one of mine. Ooh La La. Right now.
What's your favorite album?
My favorite album. My favorite. I don't have one.
Okay.
I don't.
What's your favorite thing about music in general?
The rhythm.
What's your least favorite thing about music?
I don't think I have anything right now.
Okay.
My least favorite.
What makes you think? What do you think makes music? Well, I ain't gonna do that one because that's mainly toward rap. So, what do you think that they're?
I like rap.
Okay, well we'll go with that. What I was gonna say was, what do you think makes rap music different from other genres? Because it's how people look at certain things.
I listen to rap. I like rap. I actually listen to female rappers and stuff. To me, rap is different because it's more of a poetry, and with it being more of a poetry, it to me rap influences people more than singing does. And singing influences, but it's more singing like R&B and soul is more of a life thing, I guess you could say. Well, rap is more of a I like that. It's a more of an influential thing.
Yeah, like a right then, like influence
right then type of thing.
Yeah, R&B and singing can last over a lifetime.
It keeps the trends going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Do you think it's anything that can be done to improve the current state of the industry right now? Like, what can make the industry better?
To be honest with you, I I have not really looked into the industry.
Okay.
I think it's because I stay so busy, so
Right,
I
right.
can't really answer that.
Okay. What do you think is the most important element of a good song?
To me, realness, how real the person is, because I feel like if you can be that real person, or you really like experience something like that, or you went through that, you can, the music can be perceived more natural, or like understood from like a level of a more personal level.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Um. So, what do you see? Well, I ain't asked that, but that's about the industry. So how do you think social media is important for artists?
Yeah, I do. I think it's very important because there's so many people on social media. It can get you out there in the world. Honestly, it's yeah, it's very important.
Okay. So,
But
oh, sorry. Go
no,
ahead. Well, I was just gonna say, what do you think about the streaming services, and what do you think their impact is on the industry, on music in general?
yeah, I think streaming is great, and I think that it's I think streaming, the impact of it, it really gets people's views and their focus out there on the music better.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does.
Okay. All right. Last segment,
Mm,
and that's what I have to do with everybody that comes up here.
okay.
Sing me a little tune.
Sing your little tune.
Sing me a little tune right now.
Okay.
Get a little tune for them.
So I know, you know what? Since I had said that I was going to, I do have a new song out, and I say it's my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sing y'all a little bit of Steel.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You know, just a little clippy.
Okay. Yeah. It can be a little short, little 30 seconds or under, you know.
Okay. So here we go. Sometimes I'm hard to deal with, and sometimes I'm hard to love. Keeping my dirty secrets makes things hard for us. I know it sounds like pick me energy. You sacrificed, and that's enough. No matter what people might say, there's nothing like a good man's love. There are days I'm a mess and could care less. But the man that's in you still gonna love me, overlooking all the flaws I possess. But the man that's in you still gonna love me.
Oh yeah. That's right there. Yeah.
That's a good
Y'all
one.
go stream that right now. Go find it.
Yeah.
All her links in the description. Y'all go check that out right now. Man.
Yeah.
Y'all go check it out, man. She definitely blew the roof off the building with that one, man.
Yeah, I love that one.
Definitely, man. I definitely so let them know where they can find, you at on social media, where they can find your music at on the platforms and all that type of stuff.
Okay, so I'm just about on every social media platform. On Facebook right now, I'm under Monique MzCarda. And MzCarda is MzCarda. You can also find me on Instagram, and that's under my real name. It's under my real name. It's under Takarda, Takarda_W. I'm also on TikTok. It's also Takarda W.
Mm-hmm.
And how you spell Takarda is TOCCARDA. And then, you have the W. And of course, most of my social media is like that. If it's not under MzCarda, it's under Takarda.
Okay.
So that's how you can find me and everything.
Okay. So as far as they want to stream your music, what they look under on the platforms, like they
so
want to go to Spotify and type in your name. What's your artist name that they need to search up?
Yeah. So on for Ooh La La and Silly Me right now is under my first name, my first and last name, and that's Takarda Works. And that was when I was like basically deciding if I wanted to have an artist name, so you can look those up. And once again, it's TOCCARDA. And of course, Works, WORKS. Some people still need, that spell, but it's okay.
Yeah.
So you can find those songs. Anything after that, like Still and I have my EP coming out, my gospel song coming out. That's gonna be under MzCarda.
Okay.
And with me having it's MzCarda. With me having a Louisiana accent, sometimes it sounds like I'm saying Carter, but I'm not. But it's it's MzCarda. It's basically the end of my first name.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely appreciate you coming out and having the GOAT talk with me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To let them know who you are, what you do. Let them a little bit on the inside of who MzCarda is.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely appreciate you coming out. Appreciate everybody that's watching.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all just watched another episode of GOAT Talk with MzCarda. That's Carda. And we'll see y'all on the next episode.
All right.